I don't know if I mentioned this in the past or maybe something similar to it, but I want to talk about taxes and people when they write stuff off and just in general how they tax our income. And I just want to basically just try to my best to stay on that topic. All right, so when you guys do your taxes, right? You know, we all have taxes. We all do tax write-offs, and you know, people claim this and that. I kind of wish it was like a flat tax. I don't know if that's the right definition, but I basically, like, everyone should get taxed the same rate, regardless how much you make. If it's 10%, I don't know what the tax thing is. I'm sure it's way more than 10%, I'm sure. But let's say it's 10% of your income, right? Goes to the taxes. Then if you make $100 a week, then they're going to take out $10. You know what I mean? If you make $1,000 a week, they'll take out $100. It's real simple. The more you make, the more they take out, right? It's 10%, so it's fair. Because whether you make 100 or 1,000, 10% is still 10%. So, you know, I don't know what it is now. Honestly, like, it's very confusing, you know. And then it's these write-offs. Here's the thing about write-offs. At the end of the day, the government is going to take what they need to be functional. If they have to raise taxes, if they have to give less of a refund, they're not going to lose. The government is not going to lose. At the end of the day, they're not going to lose. If they implement something, they're going to increase taxes. So here's the thing: people commit fraud, and at the end of the day, we get hurt by that. If someone want to write off things on the businesses, oh yeah, I used the car for this, or oh yeah, I'm going to put this, or oh yeah, I'm going to say I have this amount of sales because these are the credit card purchases, and everything in cash I can not put. You know, like, that's all fraud, and we pay for that. So if you see businesses, you know, doing that, look, I'm not saying go rat the person out, because a lot of people may feel that's too out the way, but just keep in mind that that's not the type of business that you want to deal with. It's shady. I don't like that. You shouldn't either. You know, these are shady businesses who's not doing the right thing. And we all are paying the effects of that. So, you know, again, just to recap, flat tax system, everybody pays the same taxes. And what the government should do is, you know, stop with the deductions. I believe that there shouldn't be any deductions. It's flat tax. They take what they take and no refund. However, they don't take as much from you from the beginning. You know what I mean? Or I know what the refund thing works. I don't know if it's like, okay, we take this amount, but the government didn't use that much, so you get a refund because they didn't use as much. There's a surplus. Like, in that case, fine, then it'll be a refund in that sense. But this whole like, oh, if you have kids, well, we'll take less from you. Or why? Like, it shouldn't be. You should take what you need to have a working government, and that's it. Because if I have, all right, so you telling me, right, this is what I make, but I have one kid, so you take this much. But if I have 5 kids, you don't take as much. So I have to have kids for you not to take as much. You get what I'm saying? It's backwards. And again, I'm not surprised because this government is backwards. And again, I don't have total knowledge on this, but I'm just trying to point out some obvious stuff, and I could be wrong. Correct me if I am wrong. But from what I understand, if you have kids, they don't take as much. You claim them as a dependent. But like, you see what I'm saying? So like, you penalize the person with no kids because they can't claim anybody. But yet, if you have 10 kids, you claim them, and then you get back more in taxes. But the person who don't have kids don't get back anything. But you see what I'm saying? Like, you get it. Like, they're taking the same amount from both people, but the person who claimed kids doesn't get back. Who don't claim kids don't get back as much. It's just the way the tax system is. I think is backwards. It should be a flat tax, regardless of whether you have kids or not. You're gonna take this amount, and obviously the amount should be less because now you're not having deductions. No special deductions. If you're a business owner, whatever. It shouldn't matter. Like, you know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? Take out less taxes from your paycheck, but no deductions. Real simple. So that when you do your taxes, I mean, if it's what I'm thinking, there won't be no return taxes. However, they're not taking out as much. So if you do the math, right? Let's say they take out, I don't know what the percent is. I'll make up a number, 25%, right? It goes in, of your paycheck goes to taxes. Then that 25%, you know, basically would be whatever you get back in return from that 25%. You do the math, right? 25% of your income for a year. How much are you getting back? You're not getting back 25%, right? You're probably getting back 3% of that, right? So you say, okay, look, instead of taking 25%, you're only going to take out, I don't know, 10%. But then you don't get back anything. And that's still more than what you would have gotten if you did the 25% and you get income return. You see what I'm saying with the math? But the reason with that savings is that people are not claiming deductions. Therefore, the government is not giving other people a lot more return, making you suffering. Because you get what I'm saying? If someone has dependents, the government is going to give them less money back. So what they do with that money? Like, so let's say I had 10 kids, right? Now, every year, I clean them as a dependent. So that money I save, I don't know, someone says $1,000 per kid. I don't know what it is, right? Let's just say it's 1,000, right? Just to throw a number out there. So if I have 10 kids, that's $10,000 I'm claiming back. And you get what I'm saying? So then, what the government doing with that money? If I didn't have kids and I have to pay the government that money, that's $10,000 a year. What the government's doing with that money? You see what I'm saying? Like, the math has to add up, right? So how, like, that's, I don't know. So someone's paying, the whole point is someone's paying for that, because if the government's saving me $10,000 because I have 10 dependents, that means somebody else is forking out the money for that. Because at the end of the day, the government still needs the money, right? And they're getting the surplus. So where that money's going? So all I'm saying is it should be a fair system and everybody gets treated equal. But I'm not surprised, because I have to pay for health insurance, yet a person who don't work, who don't pay taxes, and in fact, who live for free, and the government pays them money through welfare, WIC, or whatever the case is, and what's that, Section 8, you know, they the ones who get the free college education, they get the free health care. Meanwhile, I have to pay for college, my health care I have to pay for. You get what I'm saying? You know what I mean? This is a backwards system, and I can't see it being fixed, but whatever. And if you watch my vlogs, I'm basically done with the rant. But if you watch my vlogs, just to recap on the other ones, Bernie Sanders wants universal health care. This is why I'm for universal health care, because I pay for my health care, right? So my thing is this. If I pay taxes for people to get the Medicaid and people who can't afford it, they'll get free health insurance and all that. Why I can't get the same thing my taxes pay for? So you know what? Yeah, you do universal health care, because at the end of the day, I'm paying for health care anyway, right? Now health care will be free, and we all paying through it through taxes. Now they might increase the rate of taxes, but if you think about it, I'm sure the rate won't be as much as what we pay in additional health insurance. So it might make a little sense now. And plus, it'll cut a lot of these pharmaceutical companies and a lot of these health insurance companies who's like ripping people off out of business. That's a plus. That's the cherry on top. Anyway, if you agree with me, give the thumbs up, like and share, leave a comment. If you're a professional in any of this, and I don't mean the greed professional who benefits from it, I'm talking about the person who actually understands how it works, please leave a comment. I'm really interested to know. I'm just talking off rant, and again, you know how it is. We all just go by assumptions, and that's what I'm going by. So I could be 100% wrong, but I'm sure what I'm saying is correct, but I could be wrong. Leave a comment, especially if what I'm saying has, it's like, oh, you're halfway right. You're right about that. However, this is it, or this is not the way it works. Here, I'm open to learning. Anyway, I'm done. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. What else these YouTubers say? Like and subscribe. Share the video. And I think I covered it all. All my rants is basically the same, to be honest with you. So You watch my videos, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, take care.